All right, good. So we're gonna record this one because it's very, very important, specifically for the group. Today we're talking about commitment, and commitment meaning like when you change, when actually you wanna change. Thank everybody for joining. And obviously we're gonna see whether or not you're really making a life change or you think you're making. So, I mean, are you really changing? Are you really committing? How do you know? Because obviously you think you're committed, but maybe you are partially committed. And obviously, how do you realize when you're committed? This is all very good question. And, you know, like you would feel just because you're here, you're committed. Like you're not committed because you're here. You're just here because you're here. You're just starting a program. You just want to start something new. How do you know that it's different than anything else that you did in the past, right? Most of you got results in the past, few weeks in, 6 weeks in, 12 weeks in, and then you lose it. I mean, like, 6 months goes along and you get back to square one. I mean, like, what are you really committed? How do you know, right? So as we put our mark into the marketplace, because I really created this challenge, this program, because I want to make a difference in the marketplace. And how, since we're doing that, they see your picture, they see people results, they see my videos, people start to gravitate towards us and try to ask me, how this thing is different. They want to join, they just pretend, they say, this program gonna work, it's work for them, it's gonna work for me too, right? And honestly, they come in, we always have the same phone call that we have with everybody, all of you. We had a phone call to see, first of all, I don't believe in people paying me money to come in. I believe in people that I can help people if I can. If I can, paying money is right. But if I cannot help you, or if you don't have the right mindset, or if you come in with thinking on guaranteeing results, in my opinion, I'm not going to be able to help you, nor will anybody else, right? Nor any service out there, any information that you can find easily on YouTube will help you. It's really about changing something, right? It's about coming in with the right mindset. This program is different. Everybody say my program is different, right? But this program is really different, not for the information, which I believe is pretty good information. You told me it is. Not really only on the community. The community is amazing. We give everybody very good inspiration. And it's not even for the proactive approach, that this approach about me giving you information, doing it for a few weeks, coming back at me with the results and me advising, that's proven to work really well. But why this is different is because hopefully I can ignite something in you, which is really mindset, which is really changing, like the way you see things, the way you perceive exercise, which is really making a lifestyle change. This word gets thrown around all the time. I'm changing my lifestyle. And I ask them, how do you know? Oh no, in the next few weeks, now I'm going to the gym. I mean, lifestyle is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Is a lifestyle. It's not for 2 weeks. Lifestyle. When do you know you have a lifestyle? Is because you just do it, no matter what. No matter if you get results. No matter if you like it. No matter if you don't like it. No matter if the mirrors you like what is. Lifestyle is a lifestyle. How do you get to the lifestyle is a problem, because you need to start with an action. You need to make a behavior. If you do an action for more than 6-12 weeks, you start making a behavior. Then it turns into a habit. And then habits, if you do it for 6 months or a year or 2 years, it's a lifestyle, right? And if you're able to understand that, then you really made a change. Then you really can say, yes, this program is not different for the information. The information I can find on YouTube, right? But it's different because it taught me that I need to give up something in order to, obviously, to get to the results I want, in order to make this change. Now I'm gonna actually share a bit of my story, and I'm gonna make you understand what got the fire on my butt, and actually say, yes, I need to make a difference. It's not about what I can or I can do. I really need to do it. It's important. And obviously, I started into the fitness industry like so many other trainers out there. Exchanging time for money. So I was training one-to-one. I started here in Switzerland, and as somebody knows, maybe somebody doesn't, the world of the fitness is very messed up as we speak. We have, things that you can do for a weekend and you're a personal trainer. You can do an online course and you're a personal trainer. And no wonder why then you get 1,000 different information and you don't know which one to believe, because, as you have so much confusion around there, you don't know who to believe anymore. So obviously, problem with the trainer are a few, first of all, the actual, first of all, is the actual professionalism of the trainer itself, but just let's say you find a good one, this person still have to charge you for his time, right? And as you get there, it's very frustrating from the trainer part, because like, you know, you see people, and that's what was happening for me. I wanted always to be the best, and I was studying for that, and I always, you know, I went to the United States for it. I did my degree over there, but over there I was like, some people I realized are getting amazing results. Some other people just didn't. It's like, how come? I train them with the same consistency, right? Some people give me 100%, some people give me 70, 80%, and some people see results, some people don't. I mean, how can we have that? How can we do this differently, right? And as you know, you're trying to go to school, they always told me, I always thought, it's a problem with me. It's like, I need to get more information so I can give them better. The reality is, I needed to pass the message better to you, to all of you, right? And the problem is, in the fitness industry, like I said, it's so messed up that you're very confused. I was walking in the dark. Literally, I was walking in the dark. I was like, why some people this doesn't work? I was questioning myself, am I really good or not? I mean, how, you know, am I going to promise them results? And that started, you know, having me do very bad behavior, you know, like partying a lot, going out, drinking a lot of drinking going on in the past. One for you know, for the school, I was doing a lot of school, you know, very, probably I need to somehow mute somebody who it is, because it's giving me, try to mute, yeah, there you go. All right, so yes, from the school itself, I started this bad behavior, right? So honestly, like I was thinking, I want to be a leader for the people I'm training, but it's like, how can I be a leader if I'm, you know, doing that, right? I mean, like, I'm still completely the reflection of not health, even though my body didn't show I was okay, but like, how can I be okay with myself ethically if I'm doing the wrong thing? Obviously, it was always to cover a reason, right? It's like the time I wanted to be happy somehow. So I wanted to meet somebody. You going out to party to meet girls, to meet somebody that you like. I did meet a very good one that is still with me right now. But it was so ingrained into me that like I couldn't stop after. And I remember fighting for her. She's like an angel, because even now she tell me, like, she'll keep telling me, like, you do need to change like your lifestyle. Like, it's got such a bad habit that like you won't be able to like fix the problem with other people if you don't fix you first. And this is exactly what, like, you need to get vulnerable where you are more vulnerable and realize what the problem really is with you, right? And if you do that, you start understanding many things. You know, you start understanding what you need to be fixing. And I said the thing was I had this problem for one thing, because obviously I fixed a problem I was with somebody now, but then I was covering my own problems. Like, how can I make an impact on the marketplace? And I was like, since I couldn't do it, I was covering that, like partying is like, you know, I forget about the problem. Like, everybody is familiar with that. Like, you're trying to cover the problem somehow, you know, doing sometimes smart things, doing stupid things. Everybody is guilty of that. So I did decide, I said, you know, I see everybody doing this thing online, and you know, it seems to work. You know, at least the information is out there. Unfortunately, it's bad information. We see it all the time. You see it all the time. You see keto diet, right? You see intermittent fasting. You see let's do the net HIIT workout, right? This is better, the HIIT workouts, because it's insanity, right? I mean, like, there is always something out there, like, and I said, how can they do it? And why can I not do it? So I got myself a coach, and you know, the coach itself was, you know, it wasn't a very expensive course. And I say, if I'm going to do that, and as a person was like this, it was actually able to motivate people. It was actually able to turn people into leaders. You know, I said, yeah, the information is there. I'm going to try to make my own impact, right? And I said, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to be committed. I'm going to sign the contract for this much money. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be committed. I'm going to see the end of the tunnel, my goal, and I'm going to make this goal that I'm going to get there no matter what. No matter what problem I have in front, I'm going to get through. Like a brick wall, you just run through problems. You don't see problem as problem, you see problems as things that you have to overcome, right? So I said, yes, I'm just going to do that, right? So how do you do that? Because this is very, very much important and very much difficult for people to do. How do you do that? How do you get committed? You get vulnerable. You realize what the problem is, and I did. And I said, I need a driver. I need a driving force to put me through that. The driving force is very simple. You just find something that is meaningful to you. It has to be more meaningful than actually not do it, because it will require sacrifice. So for me, it was, now, I'm building a family. I'm happy. I have to provide for somebody. This was one driving force. The other driving force for me, I really had no other choice, because if I went back to be a one-to-one personal trainer, I was just a commodity. I was just like everybody else in the marketplace. So I'm going to be like this program is going to be the same like everything else. So I said, I'm not going to go back to trade my time for money. And just, even if it was good money, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to find something that I'm going to leverage my time that I can actually impact the marketplace. And as the marketplace really sucks, as we see, like obviously you guys don't see it so much because you're on the other side, and I see it, and I see how much work I have to do with you to fix it. The marketplace is pretty messed up. And I said, I have no choice. I mean, this is my driver. And how, you got a driver, you got a vulnerability part, and you're ready to go. And then you're ready to go and you go. And then you need to create movement. And this is the difficult part. This is the change I was telling you about before. You must create movement. And how do you create movement? Not just by moving more. You create a real movement. Like vegans are a movement. No matter how much I can stress that why there is at least 3 reasons not to be vegan, they think in their mind is right to do it. So they're creating a movement, right? I mean, Herbalife is a movement. Like so much messed up of a movement it is, but the influencer they have, they think so much on this product that is going to work that this is a movement, right? So the movement that you're creating needs to be right for you. You need to believe in the movement, and you need to tell yourself why you're doing the change. And the way you're doing changes is obviously very simple. You go through a straight line, and you don't go like up and down and finding yourself the stories that stop you in the middle. You don't do that. You just obviously go through. You just go through, and you have this thing that is called the comfort zone, where you're right in the middle, stuck there, and you have to get out. You don't have to get out one day. That's why I'm forcing everybody to go live one time in the group, because I know for most of the people it's very uncomfortable. And why am I doing it? Because the comfort zone, you need to get out not once. You have to get out all the day. And then I'm going to tell you what I did in the gym in the past, but you need to get out there all the time. You need to want to get out, because you can no longer exist in there. Like staying there is so uncomfortable. You have to create pressure and pressure. I did this analogy the other time on the live, and I said, if you have a baby, we have several moms in here, you're going to smile. If you have a baby, the baby, it cannot stay in there because it doesn't want it. His desire to get out is bigger than the pain that it's going to have to endure to stay in there. And the mom, her desire to get the baby out is bigger than the pain that you have to endure. And all you moms, I don't know, but all your mom knows what I'm talking about, the pain, right? So it's a very good analogy. The same thing when we're all from Switzerland. I go from the south to the north. I come and see you guys. You go through the Gotthard, terrible lines all the time, right? But for me, it's better to go out and on the mountains and spend 30 minutes more and keep moving, because staying still, it's so painful. It's like you're not growing. So if you can understand the analogy, you do need to grow, and it needs to come from you. Like nobody's gonna give you that. I can easily see who coming in here and is gonna get results, and he's gonna keep results, and I can see who's coming in here. Results or no results doesn't really matter, but I can really see who is not gonna get results and who's never gonna get results, no matter what they do, because it's really about committing and changing, right? Same thing is like. I'm gonna it became a lifestyle for me. I just now I'm gonna tell you what happened. It's like I was in the United States not so long ago, and I was 90 kilo, right? I'm working now in 2 goals. I'm working professional. I'm working on my look. I weighed myself today after 4 months almost, and I was 84. Not one day carrying in my head. It's like, I mean, if I was weighing 87, 89, would I stop? No, I wouldn't stop. In the past, I started 20 years ago working out. I was benching 50 kilo. Like the other day I was benching 150. You need to fail every day to get to where you want to go next. And you cannot do it just because you're motivated or not motivated. It has to be a process, and it has to be something you want. If you don't want it, or if you're not sure, chances are, you're gonna get there partially. So that's exactly. So I asked myself the same question I was asking you. How am I committed? Am I sure that I'm committed? Yeah, am I sure that I'm committed? Yes, because if what I see in the mirror day in and day out, and it was the same, now I'm finally see, the cut on the shoulder and all this thing that you want to see, but for me, it wouldn't matter. That the measurements wouldn't tell me anything. The same measurement I'm giving you just to go on, it wouldn't tell me anything. I would do it no matter what. I didn't have a choice. I mean, I would do it. For me, it's like I would not stop until I see what I want in the mirror. And the same team professional, this is a very good line that a good friend of mine, very successful mortgage company friend, he put on his Instagram. In professional, when do you know it's enough? You want to be working until you no longer need to introduce yourself. So when people actually acknowledge you, then you made a difference to the marketplace. So it's really about doing every day. So the question I'm asking all of you, and you can answer it or not, and this is pretty much take us to the end of the presentation. Are you committed? And how do you know? Because, and don't really, I want you to reflect before talking, and because we so conditioned in today's society to talk without any meaning. It's like there are just words with no meanings. Are you committed, and how do you know? Because if you are 100%, you're gonna see results. 100%. Like in this program, in any program, if you choose to continue or don't continue, but you're gonna see results. If you're not committed, chances are this is gonna be the same program as you did in the past. And for most people, unfortunately, the sour grape, but that's what it is. You're not changing your lifestyle, and if you're not changing the lifestyle, information is just information. So I don't know. Somebody want to raise the hand and answer the question for me, or you? Yeah, I don't know. We do have. I'm gonna let this go until the software tells me that we don't have any more time. So you can either answer the question. I mean, I would like anybody speaking that want to answer the question for me, and I want to know what in your opinion is for you. And then, of course, if you have any additional time, we're gonna obviously conclude here. But I'm gonna give you one of the answer that is usually that was for me. I see the end of the tunnel, and I'm gonna get to a brick wall to get there. It doesn't matter how. So this is how I am committed. So Georgia or anybody, is anybody wanna raise the hand and say yes, why they're committed, and how do you know? There is no wrong answer, by the way. I don't want you to get scared or anything. It's so hard to say, right? I mean, life change is very difficult. How? Yes, Joyce.
Yeah. Do you hear me?
I can. Yes.
Yeah. My commitment. I really. Sometimes I see women walking on the beach. They're younger than me, of course, and I'm really well known that I'm not getting the same body as them because they're younger, but I'm pretty sure that I get that lean body which I really want, and I go for it. It's like a drive.
Mm-hmm. And exactly. you got the driver, the driving force is there. We just talked about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
when I go to the gym, I think it's a bit it toxic, you want more. It's like you have to, it's the drive. I can't, it's a feeling in yourself, and it makes me to do more, even with my nutrition, with my foods. Mm-hmm. It's like a game. It's a pleasure game.
Yeah. It's safe to say, based on your results and based on the change that I saw in you, that you're definitely building a habit,
exactly. And I don't mind.
Yeah.
I really don't mind not eating potatoes or, normal, the gravy things, the sweetness. I really don't care about it. I don't miss it.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I can actually relate, and my love with sport, it was very long, but the problem I told before, and you're gonna see maybe the replace if you were not here all the time. Exactly. The problem about my pains, quote unquote, my bad habits that I had before, I can actually say that I changed, because this was the first time that I went back. I'm in US about on and off between 9 years now. The last time I went out one time in 4 months without my girlfriend. Otherwise, we used to do stuff together. And I was not missing it. And this is exactly what I said before. If you do something that you don't miss and you don't mind, and it's actually improving your life, then is the life change. You know that you're healed, quote unquote, because if you had anything that really was bothering you, that's when really changes starting to take place. So thanks for sharing, Joyce. Anybody else? I want to know some of the driving forces that you have. Come on, be real. Just you guys have it. Yeah, Georgia, and then we're gonna go to Connie. You know, Connie did a very good job too here.
Yeah, so what you said about the comfort zone really resonates with me, that the pain of staying in the comfort zone, that it's more painful to stay in there than to change, than the pain of changing.
Yeah.
And I feel that I've kind of been swimming around in like a murky thing, like with regards to fitness, like all this different information, trying so many different things. I've tried intermittent fasting, 5-2, all these things, and nothing was working. And now, I want to be strong,
mm-hmm.
and I see now that they're offering a way to do it with so much more clarity than swimming in this information from all these things that you can find on the internet. And now that I see this clarity, it just makes it so easy to do, because I'm like, okay, there's all the ambiguity is gone, all the conflicting information is kind of goes to the side, and I trust you. I think you know what you're doing, and it's so easy to commit to it, because I feel my feeling is Jerry knows what he's doing. He knows what he's saying, and I can go for that. So for me, it's easy to follow what you're saying, because I can see the results from other people, and it makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so
thank you for the kind words. I told you before, like, you're one of the kindest, and it's like, I like it, like very positive mindset. That's really good. Thank you for sharing, Georgia. Connie, I want you to speak. I know you wanted to speak, like you another one that have very good results, and so let me just tell me what is in your mind.
Thank you. Well, I tried, or I put many thoughts in losing weight before, because as I told you on the phone, I used to be 77 kilos and already lost 7 kilos. But then I got stuck, and I thought, well, there's so many things around, but I don't want to miss out. I don't want to just have no carbs or this not and that not. And here I just realized by joining youth program that I can have everything as long as I stay in the range. Yeah. And as long as I move. And the moving, I mean, with the plan that we have, the weekly plan, I was like, okay, I need to do this now, because otherwise someone is going to be unhappy. And already I feel now like I'm going to be unhappy if I don't do it.
Yeah.
So this pushes me on. And also it's like when I go to work and I see the other women that I have a few that are very heavy. And I was like, no, I don't want to be like that. And I want to move, and I want to stay like not slim, but at least I want to have a well-formed body.
Yeah, you want to be moving away from the whatever identity you see in people, right? It's not about being perfect. It's about being perfect, the perfect you, the best you that you can be. You want to always be more. You want to always turn into more. And like I say this all the time, we did a roundtable call on identity in the past. We're probably gonna do as we get people to join more. We're always going to improve things, and moving away from any identity. You just don't, like, when I'm talking about identity, you say, I don't want to be that kind of woman, right? When you see something you don't like, you just don't want to be her with her pain. So you don't want to, you see people are, very heavy. They, they probably cannot do the stairs right. They don't sleep well. Maybe I would say confidence going on. Maybe if they have an husband, maybe not so much love activity going on or sex activity like that. It's very like, you just don't want to be that. Right, like whatever you have in your mind, like you want to move away from. If you do that right in your mindset, this is gonna be the force moving you away. It's not about doing the squats. You're gonna get up jumping from your bed to do the squats because you want that. But if it's like, if you don't have rewired your mind or reprogrammed your mind for it, it will be very almost useless to do it. It's like, I can do it today, but tomorrow is already too much. It's already too painful to do. It's like, it's much better just sleep, right? I mean, so that's the one thing that is very, very important to understand. If this is going to be any different, and I have here like almost like 15 people, so it's really good. Every week is more. And if this is going to be any different, it's because of the psychology part that is in there, not for the information. The information, I understand, is pretty good. And thank God for the 4-year degree and all the thousands of hours that I put into the study, that I can actually say that in compared to all the crap that you see out there. But it's going to be the psychology part, because if I fix myself and I did, and I'm on the process, I'm always getting better. And if I can actually be a leader for all of you, and more girls and women, ladies to come in, then you actually start following somebody. And then like, if you are, then it becomes, this person that is like really going to make a difference. It's not about, the product working or not. It's about you shifting your identity. Thank you so much for sharing. Some stuff are really sometimes painful to share. Anybody else? Anything is on it. You don't have to answer the question. Yeah, Patricia.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. So, I don't know. I just think that this program works so well because it's flexible, right? So you have all these other programs. We have all done at least one of them, I guess, where it's so strict, and you have these perfect meal plans that you do every week, and they tell you exactly what you eat, and you don't learn to really concentrate on the food. You just cook whatever they tell you to, right? And here in this program, it's so much more flexible, and you go into the needs of everyone. And I think this is what makes us succeed. So we all have different body types, and we all have different needs, and also the social part. I think like with a lot of these programs, it's like, okay, for 3 months now, I can't go out anymore. I can't have fun anymore, and I'm waiting for the program to be over, right?
Yeah, exactly.
With this program, it's so much different. It's like you just get used to the food, and to learn like, okay, this food has a lot of protein, but it also has a lot of fat. And then you can, one day, if you decide to get to eat less fat, you can just add some other thing. Like, you just learn what you're eating, and you learn what you have to do in the gym, and there is so much social part, and everyone can help out each other. And I think in the beginning, the motivation of all the other girls is so important, because it takes a while, of course, for your body to get adjusted to see your first results, and that's the part where it's difficult to stay motivated. But if you get over that, and your body gets used to it, and you get changes, then you can even sometimes go out and cheat, and you still get results. And I think that this is what the community is about, to help each other through that point where you actually get used to going to the gym. I mean, you don't have to fight yourself over and over again. It's more, for me now, it's more like, oh, I really need to go to the gym, and I go to the gym and I do my other stuff later. And it's so you have your lifestyle. And yeah. I think the social part in this community is really important.
Absolutely. So that's why I'm conditioning almost everybody to share more, to go live. And when I built this up, I wanted to make it to go not against the marketplace, but really say, because I don't want to give this to you to take this the wrong way about, every food is okay. But now we're so much conditioned to think the opposite, that we are going to the extreme, and we see all these crazy diets, keto diet, this detox diet. And like, you can, like you said, you cannot wait for this to be over, right? It's like, how are you going to make a change if you just doing that for temporary, right? They don't even know, because like whoever makes not all of them, like for sure there are the good ones too, but like whoever makes this kind of products, they target the masses. They target people like you. They say, I'm going to make $10 of them, right? And then like, who cares? Let's target 2 million people. Let's make $10. Make $1 million today, right? And it's like, you don't understand what you're doing to the marketplace. You're messing everybody up, because the metabolism is going to be messed up. People behavior and relationship with food is going to be messed up. Just because, like if you have, Jesus Christ, if you have to go out once in a while, go. It's like, if you have to go to dinner, go to dinner. It's like, the thing is like, take a habit, And like, don't destroy your habit, just switch it. It's like, you like chocolate, eat it once in a while. It's okay. It's like, the big takeaway than anything else is like, your body will always think in months, in weeks, and in months. So if you like to eat chocolate, eat it once in a while. Like, right? I mean, as long as it's in moderation, we're not doing anything wrong. And this is really I wanted to create something that was flexible enough for everybody to be almost too hard to mess up. Meaning, like, if I gave you a PDF for everybody, it would be good for Georgia, would not be good for Helen, for you, maybe Patricia would be somewhat good. And then we're dealing with, I don't know, with 50, let's say all of you had the same age. We were dealing already with 300 different body type, and we're dealing already with 20 different metabolism. How are you going to do that when everybody's different, right? So you need to, and also give, like you said, you give the people the power to choose. So you choose, your own meal plan, you choose how much time you have. And if you can do that, you know that you can mess up once in a while. So, it's about taking a habit that you have, not take it completely off, but give it, 50% what you like and 50% what you need. If you, for many people, it's going to be very new, this thing that I'm saying right now. You have about 60 meals in a week. If you make 50 or 45 of them right, you're going to see results. And most of you think, oh, I cannot eat a pizza. It's like, yeah, you can eat a pizza. It's 1,000 calories. Like if you go to some US joints, no, that's like 300,000 calories, but like that's different. That's a different conversation. Okay, so anybody else wants to talk? We got about 5 minutes. I want to be able to say goodbye to everybody before. Yes, let's see if I can. Belinda, very new. Yes, I'm happy you're here. Somebody took action right away. That's good.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, I have more of a question. I don't have doubt that I have the conviction to do this because I've proved it in other areas of my life to myself.
Yep.
What I'm struggling with is the end vision, because even if I look back at photos now from when I was a teenager, I looked good. But even then, I didn't think I looked good. So how do I envision my end goal? I can't see what I would look like, and by not being able to see it, how do I strategize? Yeah.
This is very common, and I'm going to answer to you maybe in a way that can relate to many people. If I asked myself 5 years ago, I said I wanted to make an impact in the marketplace. I love fitness. I'm going to do it in that way. If everything is blurry, you don't know where you're going to go. Hell, we don't know where we're going to go. Like, well, I don't even know when I'm going to brush my teeth next time. It's like, you don't know. It's like it's so difficult. You're working towards something that you haven't achieved yet, because there is always two ways. You work something that you achieved and you want to go back, or you have never achieved. When you're never achieved and it's blurry, you have to ask yourself. If you pay attention, I always ask you in the first phone call that we have, I ask, you have the pain where you are right now because you're not happy. And then you have the possibility, and I ask, if I ask you, what do you think it will be different, when you get to where you want to go? I don't know where you want to go. Like, I don't know, like, what do you think? Like, but as you paint Christmas time next year, right? You're standing with your family. You're going to have lost 10 kilos, most likely, right? What is your Aunt Annie is going to say about you? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's like, how is other people going to see you? Because when it is, then you start answering questions. It's like, yeah, in order for me to really be happy, which I don't know what it is for you, this and this needs to happen, right? You find what is messed up in between, which is probably something to do with the time, with the schedule, with I don't know your story. Everybody has story. And I don't want to say that you're a person that makes excuse that everybody has, that you just need to understand what they are. You go there, you find the driver, and you say, yes, my kids are my driver. My happiness is my driver, right? And then you see, in the end, the end goal, and you see a brick wall, and you go through. Not today, not yes, all the time, every day. If my scale is going to stop, it doesn't matter. I just said it all the time. The scale doesn't matter. Like, if I didn't look the scale for the past 4 months. If my measurements, if I told you you're 15%, would you believe it? If I tell you now you're 15%, you wouldn't, right? Even if I can, even the best BIA scale or DEXA can tell you that, like, you wouldn't believe, like, you're going to be happy when you see in the mirror what you like.
I suppose, yeah.
So where you want to get, I don't know, you have to figure it out. How you're going to get there, you're going to see the mirror every day until you see what you want. You're not going to stop. This I can tell you how you're gonna get there. I don't know where you wanna go, but I know how you're gonna get there. Like, you're not gonna stop, because you can't. It's not a choice. If it's a choice for you, then chances are you didn't have yet make a lifestyle change. But like, evolve. Like I'm not expecting anybody to love this. I'm not expecting everybody. All I can say, and this will goes for everything in your life. This will reflect everything you do in life, in your job, whether or not whatever job you have. You go for it, right? There is too many people. There is people go for it. There is people complainers, and there is people jealous. It's like, oh, how you get there? I can get there too. Yeah, with talking, yes. Like, you gotta actually put in the work day in and day out for 10 years. Then you get there. Yeah. And the good secret is that it's not gonna take that long that you think. Doing it properly, 10 kilo or 10 kilo, 5 months is done.
Wow.
And if you have
That's encouraging.
If you have the mindset, then the good news is that you're never gonna get it back. Not like maybe in the past that you take it out for 5 months and then in 10 months you have the same problem. I always get this like, oh, I did this diet, what really well, I lost 4 kilo. Where you are now? Hey, I get back 3. It's like, I mean, you're not successful, right? I mean, like, you have the same problem. And why? Because the diet was wrong? No, because it was not sustainable and you didn't change your mindset. This is so easy to answer. It's like, and if anything else that I learn into, I got coaches myself, and I have several for business, for mindset, for everything. It's like, this what they taught me is like, either you change within, or the information is not going to do anything to you. So, girls, this is a wrap. Thank you so much for coming. And sorry that not everybody could talk. By no means that was one of those calls that we answer questions regard to your milestone. I'm going to make a post. You can below comment, and I'm gonna go through each post, and I'm gonna actually make a live video. We're gonna have another hot seat. I like to call it like that. You can come into this kind of calls. You can talk about you. You can say what you're struggling with. You can introduce yourself. That's the only way we get to know each other, really. Initially, we're gonna have live stuff in the future, everywhere in Switzerland. But so thank you so much for all you 20 people or so coming. This is gonna change your life if you do it. So just put in the work. And thank you again. I really appreciate it. This is showing me that this movement is strong. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, thanks.
Bye-bye.